Hello and welcome to the ultimate, the finale, the 7th day of the week of whatever the hell it is I'm doing. I've kind of forgotten. And this is the only video that I've recorded after, not in one sitting because the other 6 were recorded in one go. Sorry if that ruined your illusions. I'm a complete evil git. But don't worry, we've got, well, not what I was expecting, to put it lightly. You see, I went online and I brought your standard kind of bag of toy cars and other things. We're going to do a we going to stupid places and opening stupid things episode. But I didn't do that because I got distracted. And so I was thinking, I'll do that today then, no problems. And I was thinking, what do I do? Oh, I'll do it round here. And then I went in the charity shops. And I've got some standard toy cars on the left, but I've got some actual things we're going to properly look at. So we're going to have a very quick look at the toy cars that I picked up, because none of them are interesting except for one. And then we're going to look at what the actual focus of this video is. And bloody hell's teeth, I am so pleased to have come across these items, even if it cost me more than it normally does. It was something I've wanted to cover for ages, and now I can. Thank you, charity shops. So starting quickly, here's a Hot Wheels Spider-Man car. It's got the spider thing on it. I think it's called the Slinger. We don't care. Here's a think it's just a standard knockoff. Yes, it's a made in China knockoff. It's screwed in rather than anything else. It looks horrific. We don't care. Here's a USA car. It's Hot Wheels. Can you tell by the fact it says Hot Wheels on the side? It's got a red bottom from 2000. We don't care. Here's a McDonald's toy. You can tell it's McDonald's because it has made for McDonald's written on it. And a switch that isn't working, but I assume would be sound or light. It's also the same as this one. Same car design, just this one's made for McDonald's and this one is not. It's the Oz Coupe. Also, this one has a chrome base and this one does not. How weird. I might replace the batteries one day and sort that. And then we've got this car, which is worn out to hell and back. Looks like a Nissan ZX500, 1998 911 GT. We don't care. Then we've got this one, which is one of those, I've shown these sort of things before, where they're the more sort of 90s knockoff, Chinese toy-based cars, which I actually really quite like. You can see this massive wheel arch. You can physically see all the way through. Just number 406, made in China. We do care about that one. Then we got this one. Look at that. That's Hot Wheels. Yay. It's a car. It's a Ford GT40. Delicious. And it's 1999 from Hot Wheels. We don't care. I mean, we do care, but you know. And then there's one of these, and I think this is the, there's actually 2 of these. I think this is the Polish company, was it? It's not very descriptive on the bottom. You know, it's got a number, made in China sort of thing. But it's the 10-point wheels, and they're quite nice, and so we did care enough to buy those. These are just a charity shop. And then we've got another design of the splitter, where it's 2 cockpits with a massive engine in the middle. Because, you know, that's how engines work. And, you know, this one, it doesn't roll very well because the wheels are buggered. And it's 2003? Yes. We really don't care about that one. And then there's this, which is another knockoff. The window has fallen through, so that's not good. There's literally no information on the bottom, like not even a made in China. Sorry, not even a made in China. We don't care. He's all the way over there. Then we've got this. Look at the shininess on that bottom. Made in China 01-078805. It's a car. And they haven't even got the design on the front straight. Guess what? It's got seats, but we don't care. And then the last one out of these, I was actually quite pleased to come across because I've wanted one of these for ages. I just wish it had the top car. Is a Hot Wheels, a Matchbox, I think it's a Bedford. Matchbox Bedford car transporter. I just wish it had the top car, but obviously it doesn't. But yeah, I was actually quite pleased to get one of these because I've been looking at these on eBay for a while. 1978, been thinking about just buying one for display. I'm pleased with that. Missing a car, that's a shame. Maybe I can get a replacement. We do care about that one. But, oh, and of course, Little Micro Machine. We'll need that in a few weeks. Wait, what? We'll put that with the other micro machines. But that's not the focus of this video. It really is not the focus of this video in any way, shape, or form. Now, the problem I have is I haven't even looked in this bag, so there's lots of bits. Here we go. Let's start with this. It's a helicopter. It has 3 blades, and this one, which is broken by the looks of it, it's supposed to be a tri-blade rotor blade, helicopter. You know, it's a Matchbox. It's got its rear blade, not got any wheels. But what's this? There's a gap, because this is those bloody interchangeable sets that no one bloody brought because they were a shit idea, but everybody always seems to have. Yes, I've got a whole bloody bag of these. A whole bloody bag to look at. And you better believe I'm bloody excited, because I've wanted to cover these for ages. Just the problem is I don't know what anything is. That's the major problem. So we've got this thing which has an LED on top. It's not working. Oh, that's a battery. That's a battery case. Can I get you off without a screwdriver? Certainly doesn't seem it. Turns out it takes 2 button batteries, which ironically I actually have replacements for. So these are the 2 that have come out. They don't look very healthy. So let's just quickly slip these in here and see if this actually still works. In you go. Push the button. That's flashing at a very, very quick pace. It doesn't show it on the camera, but trust me, it's continuously flashing. But yes, that works. Now, unfortunately, I can't leave these batteries in here because, well, they're for something else that you'll be seeing in a few weeks probably. But I'll leave them in for the rest of this video. So that does work, and this appears to be a cockpit of some kind. And obviously, as I said, here's a random thing. It's got Goodyear on it. Yes, focus, focus. You just kind of clip them in together and make these hideously horrible contraptions. So here is a helicopter spaceship of death. Yes, and it can fly. Oh, we got hit by a Stinger missile and it's dead. But yeah, that it's actually kind of a hard thing to look at now I think about it, because there's a lot in here. Like, there's genuinely a lot, but it's kind of finding it and putting it all together. So we're going to try and assemble the sets as we're going along. I'm just going to put that on top of there. Oh, actually, no, let's just put that back in. I mean, I'm pleased that one works. I will find replacement batteries because I said I can't leave those ones in, otherwise I'll have to order new ones. There we go. It's a spinny thing. XX260. We haven't actually looked at the bottom, but they've got these terrible wheels on the bottom. Let's just have a quick look at what they say on the bottom of this one, because this is about as serious as it gets. Connectables, that's what they're called. Connectables, Matchbox Toys Limited, made in China. They're an 80s toy, if I recall correctly. Sort of 80s. So, here we go. We've got the front end of a car. Now, it uses the standard kind of Matchbox wheels, and there's the other bit. This is going to be part of the crazy limo. So we've got Crazy Limousine Inc. We've got one half. Now we need to find the other half of it, or we could just make one up. If we look at this limo, we can see that there's a real cool cat. Oh yeah, check out that cool cat with eyes facing the wrong way. And a TV that's very, very similar to the TV I have in my house. Which I think we've seen before. So we're going to put that one there whilst we look for the rest. This was what was on the back of the Crazy Limousine set. They're all sort of connected at the moment, which is also a bit of a problem because I kind of have to pull them in and then pull them apart. But there's that. And I bet you this is the front bit of that lorry. I mean, they're using the same wheel, so it has to be. So there we go. There's a very small lorry that we constructed with a trailer. In fact, that is quite small. So there you go. We got a completed lorry. I'm sure we'll open it up and add other things. Oh, gosh. That's a friction motor. That's a Connectables with a friction motor. That friction motor isn't going to push anything, but that's a really interesting thing to know, that they have these things with friction motors and a larger scale as well. I mean, look at that. That's still a Connectables, but it uses the larger Super King style wheels. Which is what this is as well. So that's an interesting development. Also, this is horrible, nasty plastic. I mean, this is plastic, but this is really nasty. We'll put that there for the moment. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? I want to know what this is. The CRF. It's a big lorry. Like, it's a massive lorry piece. Does it actually do anything? It looks like it should do something. There's a hinge. Can we... Nope, it doesn't... I think it's supposed to be the top. This opens up somehow, but I don't know how, and I don't want to break it because, let's be honest, this is bloody awesome. I don't care what you think. And, you know, you can connect that. So there's the lorry, you know, there's the lorry, and we can put this bit on the end, and it's an awesome toy. I don't think they caught on particularly well, but it is an awesome toy. I can see more of bits and pieces in here. Oh, my good giddy bally aunt. There's, oh, flipping heck, we're barely through any of it. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. And if you're not, that's absolutely fine. You're not obliged to actually enjoy any of the content I make. I make it for myself and it's fun. Right, now, I might actually pause this video to figure out what the hell I'm doing. This bit comes out. That's for certain. The question is, that seems to be the hinge. So, is it lifting from the... Things without instruction manuals like this. Oh, blood... Oh. Okay, things without instruction manuals are difficult, but oh, whoa, check that out. It turns into its own miniature lab-based thing with an arm, so you can touch batteries that have basically run out of power safely. Oh, we got to put this battery in. Haha, that's what we think of you. Completely unbalanced, but that's all in there. Oh, that's amazing. I love this. Like, genuinely don't know what this is meant to be. It appears to be something like you put a battery in. It doesn't look like there's anything that fits in it in the set, but who cares? That's awesome. Like this whole thing so far has just been physically awesome, and I can't wait for this to be uploaded so you can actually see it. Oh, it's a construction lorry, and that's what this lorry will be part of. I bet you. That looks much more, because that's the sort of cab design they have on those lorries that only pull trailers around in short areas rather than the long haul that they have. It's got a thing to dig at the back or the side, and it's got a... Does that move? Yes, that moves. So it's like a thing for moving things, maybe like a crane. Oh, God. And then you could technically put this on here as well. You see how they're interconnectable? Well, how about we have like a limousine that's also a work truck? I mean, you could do it. You could do it. God, I say these weren't that well received, and I don't think they were, but I tell you, it's starting to grow on me. These things are. They're not as terrible as I had initially thought before I got my hands on them. Right, we've got half a jet here. It's very shiny chrome, and I can't see any other of it in, so this might be one of the ones that we don't have complete, but it's a jet, connectables, shiny chrome. That's disgusting. Let's put this on the back of it. There we go. Now it's a chrome fighter jet. Shoot them commies down. God, the 1970s called. They want their bad YouTube back. Right, it appears we've got part of a drag racer here. Yep, there's the connectables. Part of a drag racer. Obviously, a drag racer would have skis on the back. So, you ready? Steady? Yeah. That's how you know it's a good bloody drag racer. I will be going on eBay and buying batteries to put in this to leave in it, just for shits and giggles. Also, bearing in mind those batteries have probably been in there since the 80s and they didn't run out. That's interesting. Here's the back of this one we could use. Maybe. Oh, wow. Just looking at this bit first. Is that a magnet on top? I haven't got any metal, and I'm not putting it near my phone. I don't think it is a magnet, to be fair. I think it's just a joint. I think there's meant to be something on top of here, and there's not. But now we can have a very wibbly-wobbly. Yeah, because that's a really good construction. Let's put that piece there. We're going to make the biggest thing we can do. There we go. Also, Goodyear tyres. Goodyear tyres on this massive engine. So obviously we got Champion, and then it goes to Goodyear. So we're going to build a really large construction. I lied. There's the reverse chrome bit. So we'll build the sets up as best we can do to see what you get in the original set, and then we'll just do like a really long, stupid construction. So there's your full jet. You know, a very standard toy there. We could do a lot to make that worse than it currently is, and we probably will. Now, here's a very standard Formula 1 car. It's just got the driver's seat and the back. Goodyear 76 with the Goodyear engine, actually. So, feasibly, it's possible that it might have been something like that. There's your Goodyear high-powered dragster. But if you don't want to be able to go that fast, maybe you want to be able to take corners with ease because of the slick. Oh, gosh, this is amazing. I love these things. I didn't, but then I do. Now, it's missing. That's missing, and that worries me. What's missing there? Oh, well. Look at that. This appears to be an actual trailer attachment. Now, I'm having a dead quick look in here. I can't necessarily see what that would connect to, so this is going to be interesting. We're running out of pieces. We're about halfway through at the moment. You know, we've pulled a lot of stuff out. We're about halfway through, but that does appear to be a trailer connection, so we're going to keep tabs on that. I mean, I guess it would be... Oh, no, it wouldn't, because, look, the connections are different. And there's this as well. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a moron. Yes. Now, obviously, the The drag king is going to be the one that pulls this trailer around. God, I didn't notice that. They must have put that like that in the factory. Not the factory, the warehouse. But that's clever to put those two pieces together so you don't lose them. That's good. I like that. We can do a lot with these sets. No wheels, just a simple interconnecting piece right here. We can use this somehow. It's just a thing, but hey, it's all good. You know, the possibilities for these sets is off the bloody scale. United States Air Force helicopter. Another very nice standard toy. It's not as nice as the other helicopter in my opinion, but it's pretty sound. Nice standard toy. No need to do anything to that. Looks like it would have had something on the front, but it's lost it. Bloody hell, we've had a good set here. Now those bits, I'm going to try and pull those out together because that, and that bit as well. Oh gosh, we're kind of running out of parts. We've got a reverse turbo. That would, yeah, here we go. Here's the turbo. There we go. We finally finished that racer, even though we finished it a million times. And there's another end here. Not a friction motor, but it's another end. Oh gosh, it's coming a bit hard to actually put bits together. But here's the rear end of the limo. So this is probably what a Crazy Limos set that you would buy straight out the box would look like. Crazy Limos Inc. And if you don't like limos, you can just have the bit together and have a nice little Cadillac of some kind. But we'll keep them together like so, because we can do. Yes, yes, we can. Ooh, that moves. No idea what it's meant to be, but it does move. No idea what set this is. I'm going to have to look this up to try and figure out what bloody sets we've got to put them together, haven't we? How's about this? It's a Silver Express Turbo Express. A Silver Express Turbo Express. Okay, maybe that's two separate train sets. Who knows, though? It's a train. We like trains. However, I think trains should always have some kind of rock dropping ability so that they can, when there's passengers on who are riding without a ticket, they put them in there, and as they go by the station, it just does that and drops them out. Yeah, that's what all trains need. All trains need that, I've decided. I was about to say, why is that moving? But it's that. I'm clever, mama. Now, here's another set that's probably quite complete. Number 5, Turbo Speed Racer. Yes, I mean, that front bit doesn't quite look right, but it could very be right. Another drag racer, and it's got good gears and the bits at the back, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just a car. You know, this one's pre-assembled as it would be. The connections, they don't drape them. Yeah, they're not. Because if we look inside, just talking about the connections for a second, focus, you see how it's a pinhole and then like the connector is across, it's got bits sticking in. So they do stick together quite well, so you can give them a good beating. And that's a good thing, said nobody who's ever had children in any way, shape or form. Let's have a nosy what we got in here. Oh, that's a shame. Oh dear, we've got a dingery. We've got another aircraft here. Is it the same as this one? It does appear to be the same as this one, just without chrome. But looking at it, it appears that we're missing a tail wing, which is a shame, because that's some of the first actual damage that we've seen. Shame that. But hey, it's an aircraft, and the front appears to have been chewed quite comprehensively as well. Chewing. Right, let's pull these bits out. Now this one, look, it's got like... That is an indication that the batteries are dead. And this is an indication that I need that screwdriver again. Screwdriver. Yes, we can hear you. Now, it's interesting that this one is held in with screws. I'm interested to see what's going to come out of this. It's a NASA one. We haven't got many actual NASA bits, although NASA was obviously something they were focusing on. Oh, Jibikutumulitia. How on earth do you change... Right, so the button pushes this down. Now that's interesting, because this looks like it's not meant to be one that you can actually physically replace. But I thought by English law, all batteries needed to be replaced by, needed to somehow be replaceable. So that's an interesting one. We're not going to be replacing that battery, although it does still work. So interesting that it's done that, though. I suppose they never expected anybody in 2018 to pull their damn toys out and go, oh, it's not working. We must make it work. Beep, 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 beep. And I'm eternally thankful for the guys at Laurie as well. They know me quite well now, because I buy quite a lot of stuff from them. As I was browsing on the shop floor, he came to me and said, "Are these of interest to you?" He's saying, you know, he's got into a habit of showing me things before he puts them on the shop floor. And of course, it was an instant, yes, I've wanted to cover these for ages. Yes, please, oh yes. Well, that was an interesting factor, but I guess we won't be changing that battery, but did I replace it correctly? I guess it's supposed to be an engine noise. I think there's another NASA piece. Yeah, here it is, another NASA piece. We don't appear to have a lot of NASA stuff, though. That appears to be all of the NASA stuff we have. But it's a nice little radar dish. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. So obviously we're going to have to put the NASA dish with that, because I've just decided that's now NASA. Yes. It made another noise. Front end of a lorry. We're going to assume it's this. There we go, front end and rear end of a lorry. To make a dumper truck. We've had a dumper truck already. Yay. A T451 along with this. So here's our very basic road flattening thing. Looks like it was meant to have a thing, a roof, but it doesn't have one. It does have the word diesel written on it in a way that makes you think, bloody hell, Chinese. Does this actually do anything? No, this does nothing. It's just a thing. So there's no way to control which way this goes without, physically using your fingers. But hey, that's fine. We're coming down to the last 3 bits now, so I'm going to dispose of the bag. And there's something else as well. Wow. Wow. We have an adapter that allows us to connect lots of things onto the end. So we can have a super duper, amazingly pooper rear piece for our truck. Yeah, and of course around the front as well, so you can make very long and extended things. But yeah, that's pretty damn solid, That's pretty good. We like that. We've also got this, which appears to be a pipe, a set of exhausts, which we'll stick on the back there. And this, which also appears to be like a generator, so the pipes that will stick on the back, like this. And the last piece, which is this one, just the front end of a car, which we're obviously going to put onto the back end. Hooray! And that's everything that came out the bag. But because this charity shop's awesome, they also gave me this. And they gave me this. It was like, yeah, no, just take it. It doesn't work. And unfortunately, it does not work because it is corroded on the inside and it's missing a pin here, so you can never actually get the batteries to connect. Now, this isn't labeled because it actually has a date on it. 1991, Connectables. So I might actually attempt to replace those points at some time because it looks like it's just the points. And it wouldn't be that hard because normally they're just wires soldered on, but you could just get replacements and twist them around. But it is also part of the Connectables. And I did wonder, I know that some sets have used very similar kind of setups for this. But obviously this is meant to be a motorized one. If we hit it on the back, you can obviously hear where it's motorized with a switch and a button and a thing. But as I said, it does not work. I can't do anything about it. So maybe we'll be looking into these furthermore. I said there's a couple of sets I've wanted to look at in the past. But yeah, that's a big hefty thing. We're going to put that to one side. Excuse me. But yes, that is the Connectables. And now I'm going to try and put the sets together in the way they should be. This should be a long and interesting process. And that's all of them somewhat constructed into things that they might have been, although I highly doubt any of these sets are correct. What do you think? That's what I thought. And that's, Connectables. I've wanted to cover these for ages, and the fact that I got such a large bag for so cheap. I mean, normally, even just this lot would cost more than what I spent on the entirety of the set. And I'm genuinely very pleased. And they've had more things in the box that they haven't sorted through yet from the warehouse. So I'm going back in tomorrow to find more things. But yeah, anyway, they're Connectables. And obviously we are now going to attempt to make the longest Connectable that works. Because why the bloody hell wouldn't we? And then I guess we'll have to think about closing off this week of series, which will be a bit of a shame. But let's build that long set right now. Oh boy, that's a pretty long Connectables train. Oh gosh, it fell apart, but that was a long one. Bloomin' XT. Well, two pretty much half-an-hour videos, and we're off to the final frontier of whatever it is we're doing today, which is, well, you know, that's the end of the week of. A week of toy cars. It was very successful, if you ask me. I've noticed, I said we're on day 4 when I'm filming this, and there's been a lot of very helpful comments, which I do appreciate greatly. You know, obviously I can't do this without you guys supporting me and basically telling me that I'm not shit, which I kind of am, but I'm not. But you know, I obviously very much appreciate all the support and everything that you all give me. This has been an excellent week. I'm not holding on to all of these toy cars, but I'll definitely be holding on to all of these. I get to reassemble them when I'm done. Oh yeah, she says as he immediately drops everything everywhere. What is that meant to be? I don't understand. What is it? Oh well, but unfortunately we must move on to what is the final part of our week of series. Oh, the final part. I know we don't want to talk about the final part, but we have to. And that final part, of course, is selecting the cars that get to go on the trailers, including our brand new transport trailer for the very, very best. He gets his own transport all on his own. So I'm going to be picking out, obviously, my favourites of the entire week for this, and we're going to go for it. So obviously we got the very best, and pretty damn good. And I think for the very best, just because I have to, it's got to be this one, because its condition is absolutely fantastic. It's a Ford, and it's a car I genuinely like. So he's going on that trailer right there. So he gets his own lovely transportation on his own. Now we're going to look to the very best, which is this one now, outside of that one. First off, Coach Boy. Coach is definitely going on there because I'm keeping him. This Porsche, I quite like him, so he's going to go on top of there as well. Top row. You know what? I'm going to do something a bit unorthodox. I'm going to put the silver bullet in, because I quite like the silver bullet, even if it's not quite everybody's cup of tea. I'm going to focus it on, there we go. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like it. And that's weird, because it's not the kind of Hot Wheels design that I'm massively fond of. Now, we can't get him on. Oh, we can. So there's those three. There's, okay, fine, you can go down there. Bloody hell. Bloody Porsche, cheeky bugger. If I don't know what Porsche, you're cheeky, you can go down there as well. That's what you get. Yeah, we should fill the bottom up first. It's been a while since we've done this. So now we've got 2 slots left on the top. Now, what other cars have caught my eye that I genuinely quite like? You know what? This Mini's pretty good, but I don't think he's good enough to go on the very top. Here we go, a nice Corgi. Because you can't go wrong with a good Corgi. He's not in bad nick. It could be much worse, and we're going to put the police car on as well because I quite like it. I've always liked this colour of police car. So that would be the second lot loaded up. And finally onto there, yeah, pretty good, but not terrible. You know, we're going to start with the Mini. He's going to go there. We're going to do something a bit unorthodox. We're going to put this brand new one that wasn't even part of the technical setting because I quite like it. I know it's an Audi, which means that we have to hate it by law, but so be it. We're also going to put dancing foam truck on. That's good. And we're also going to put the car transporter on, which means I think we've got room for one more if we balance him correctly, which would have to be the Blue Shark. I know he's missing his driver and all, but, you know, he's quite a nice car, even if. So there we go. And that is all of the cars that I consider worth being on the list, or the shelf, or whatever you want to call it. So now the transport is going to take the XR31 away, hurrah, and then they're going to take the Voyager and the Silver Bullet and the police car and the Corgi away, hurrah, and this lot's just going to start going away and then it's going to break down immediately because it's a Corgi. Hooray! Anyway, oh, we could, oh, hang on. We've also got to squeeze him on top because he's pretty damn cool as well. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning into this week of. I do genuinely appreciate it and all the support you show me, both in the comments and by just watching and liking the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I need to know. What's this? Why is that different? Oh, I missed that. He's got a laser gun on top as well. Hey, the things you miss, eh? Well, you do. Yeah, but yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, tell me the kind of content you want to see in future, and I will see you next week where we will be looking at something small. Bye guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you around. The one you want to, that's the one you want to use.
There's not even any nice ones, what's the orange one? Okay. So I just press the button?
I don't know. Oh.
2.
So does it have a sensor that can tell when one's been dropped?
I guess.
Because this isn't working.
It just keeps going until one of them gets to the top. We're going to be here forever. Oh, hello. Hello. There you go. I don't even like that one. Oh,
you don't get that one.
That's alright then. That's good. Oh, there you go. There's one.
There you go. So it's got a sensor at the top, so it'll just keep going.
So I'm going to win 2. Apple. I don't want an apple one. No.
Fall.
Oh, no. Oh.
No!
Do you want apple or strawberry and cream?
Apple, personally.
There you go.
Yay, my YouTube channel is great.